I was like, I hear a guitar.
This is Heavy Conversation with Bruce and Jody, a podcast where we talk about being a big guy in today's world. I'm Bruce. And I'm Jody. Here we go.
Okay.
All right, here we go. All right, here we go.
Hey, Bruce.
Hello, Jody.
How's it going? Good. What's going on over there today?
I'm really thirsty. I'm really. I know.
Already? We haven't even started.
I know it's been a long, hard day. I had to watch a truck drop sand into my driveway for the pool
that is very strenuous.
It was hard work. Yeah.
Watching them dump a bunch of sand in your driveway.
It was. Now I have to actually move it. Now the way that my yard's set up, my yard is elevated from where the driveway is, so I have to get the sand out of the driveway up into the wheelbarrow that's up where the yard is, and then get it back around and repeat that over and over until all 2,600 pounds of yeah.
So that sounds fun.
Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be worth it.
A good couple of days project, maybe.
When the pool is up, I think it'll be well worth it. So,
yes, it definitely will be.
So all of that to say that I really wanted to open our beers early in the episode.
Okay. What do you have on deck today?
So I have a beer from Kona Brewing. It's called Kua Bay.
Nice.
India Pale Ale. So it came out of one of their variety packs, and
I like those.
Yeah, but why not? So
Kua Bay.
It says Kua Bay on the Big Island is as picture perfect as it gets. Bright turquoise waves carry you in towards the white sand beach. So grab your beach mat and our Kua Bay IPA with its piney happiness and subtle caramel malt. It's a smooth, crisp finish to your day.
Nice. I feel like I'm on the beach right now when you were reading that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a 7.3 ABV and a 68 IBU.
Is it really? Wow.
That's
unexpected.
What it says. Kua Bay IPA.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wow.
So I'm getting all that info on Untapped. If you aren't following us, you should do so. On the Untapped app, you can follow us.
Yeah.
You can check in all your beers because I have a hard time remembering what beers I've had and
totally
all that stuff.
Yep.
Add to list because we add all of our beers to the list.
Yeah, it's very smooth. It kind of sneaks up on you at the end. It's a little bitter, and a little. I don't want to say gluey, but
gluey.
There's something happening there.
It's like thick.
I don't know how to describe it. I guess it's the caramel.
Okay.
But it tastes weird to me. I need to try it again to be sure.
It tastes gluey.
Okay, that's better. Okay. I needed more. So it's piney. It's a little bitter, a little.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. Okay. 7.3%, which is I did not expect that from a Kona beer.
That's kind of high, yeah.
Yeah.
So mine is the Kettle House Fish On from Montana.
I like it.
Kettle House Brewing from Montana. It's a juicy Montana pale, it says.
Nice.
4.8% ABV and a 30 IBU. So
perfect.
And it's kind of a bigger can, so I like that too.
Very good. Very nice. Yeah. I like these Montana beers. We've actually been talking about when we're allowed to kind of get out and travel again, about going to Montana, which is
Montana's beautiful.
Yeah, that's what we hear. So we're talking about a road trip or an RV trip or something.
Yeah. So it says zesty, vibrant, easy drinking, which I would agree. The hops. Ooh boy.
Yes.
I don't know the names of these. Wakuda.
Oh.
Waimina. I don't know these.
Interesting.
So go to Untapped and check out the Kettle House Brewing little page, and you can look up pretty much any beer you could ever think of is on there.
Nice.
And then you can also follow along on our list and check out, if you can, some of the beers that we are drinking and give us some recommendations.
I like that. I like that. That's the one of the cool things about us doing the Instagram live happy hour that we're doing every Wednesday, 4 p.m. Pacific. Is that right?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, 4 p.m. Pacific is that people are they're able to talk to us and they're
Yes.
suggesting beers, which is always cool.
Yeah, I know. I want people to send me beer lists because I can never remember those suggestions when they're just like talking at us.
Right.
Um, I can put them on a list and try and search for them somewhere somehow.
Definitely. Definitely.
So, to today's topic, we're going to talk about some furniture, office furniture, some stuff to do with your house, and like some big furniture like that'll hold more weight, and then also kind of talk about some ways to either freshen up your house or change it up a little bit, because I've been in my house for quite a long time in these four little walls and everything's starting to close in a little bit, so
Yeah.
ways to change it up and freshen it up a bit.
You're spending a lot of time at home, so you might as well make the best of it. And hopefully, these suggestions and ideas will help you do that. So it's not just talking about, specifically about products that are good for bigger people who are at home,
Hmm.
who need them, but also about, kind of some different strategies and ideas around things that you can do to spruce it up and make it a place that you are happy to be, since you're spending a lot of time there.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, one of the big things is I kind of one of the first projects I did was like a cleaning. I just kind
Oh
of
yeah.
went through everything and just kind of cleaned everything. But
Hmm.
really getting to those weird, like kind of weird cleaning projects, like cleaning the vents and the duct, that kind of stuff, or changing the filters and doing all that weird stuff if you have access to that in the house or whatever, like in the baseboards and like underneath the cabinets and
Hmm.
pulling out the fridge and the stove and cleaning out behind there, just giving everything a really good clean. I think
Right.
that really felt good, and I need to feel like I need to do a little bit of that again today. The last few days have been not so productive for me, so I need to go through and clean up and tidy up a little bit. That's for sure.
That is one of the things you start to realize that when you're at home all the time, you start to notice things about your place that maybe you didn't before, and you're like, man, that's a very messy room, or that needs to be cleaned up, or maybe I should move these things. And I
Hmm.
think you should go with your gut on those things and
Yeah, we have the
do
time. Might as well.
yeah,
If
do
if
it.
if it's bugging you, get to it. And I mean, the biggest thing is like keeping things neat and tidy. Like, there's nothing worse than like just stuff everywhere, like all over the dining room table or all over the counters or on whatever entryway table or something, just like it feels like it makes me more anxious, and like it just feels like it's not dirty, but it's just cluttered.
Right.
And it
Right.
kind of builds up some anxiety and like, oh my God, there's just stuff everywhere. And then to a point, I just like don't do it for a while until it like builds up. And then you're like, oh my God. And then everything just gets, cleaned and put away and whatever. Yeah.
Right, right. Yeah, yeah, and you've just got to kind of do it. We've gotten into a sort of schedule of just kind of constantly cleaning, but we've also got the kids here who are constantly making a mess, so you just kind of,
Yep.
there's an entire process and you just kind of run with it. And sometimes there's just we get to a point where it's like, you know what? It's just going to be messy for a little while.
Yep.
You take it as you can and you go.
Hmm. Hmm.
So,
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't have to be immaculate all the time, but I think definitely tidying up can really it helps my mood when it's like it's all clean and fresh and it just feels good. And then I
right.
can like relax, because sometimes I'm like sitting on the couch and I can see all the stuff on the dining room table and I'm like, I should
Oh
go
yeah.
clean that, and I just, or the recycling, like, I don't know, the recycling is like nutso, just piles up so much. Like,
You
I guess it might be all the beer I'm drinking at home now, but
It
it's
could
like
be.
the like bin that all the cans and stuff are in. I'm just like, how it's full again? What is
Right.
going on?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I feel you there. We've been filling up our trash cans and recycling so much more, and it's just your home all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's like I feel like I was on top of that before, but now it's like all the little cardboard boxes because we like, you know, pile them up. But if you don't actually like fold them down and put them into something, they just like in this weird little corner and they just like pile up. And I'm like, what is going on over here?
I really at one point was convinced that I needed to look for one of those small like cardboard compactors,
Mm-hmm.
just
Yeah.
because we have so much and boxes are just like piling up, and I will tear them down, but I'm not the only one who throws things into the recycling. So,
Mm-hmm.
I'll come out to throw something and I'll find more boxes in there and then I have to pull them out and tear them up, and
Yep.
it's
Yep.
yeah, yeah. So,
Yeah. So that's one big tip is like just kind of keeping things tidy. Maybe
mhm,
you need to like get some organizers or use your bookshelves or whatever. Find a home for things,
right.
and that's, I know some people are all about like making labels and putting things in certain bins or certain drawers or whatever.
Mhm,
I'm not quite that extreme with it, but
right.
just put it in the junk drawer or put it in the like utensil drawer or, you
Sure.
know,
Yeah.
I do go a little crazy when I'm looking for a certain quarter teaspoon thing and I'm like, where the heck is this?
We have 2 junk drawers, and let me tell you that, that doesn't make it any better.
No.
It's not better than having 1. It's 2 places to throw your crap,
Yep.
and
Yep.
that's yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. It's horrible. It's horrible. I want, like, a giant box, but then it's like the giant box is gonna be the same kinda thing.
Yeah, that's hard to
You
dig
can't
through
win.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't win. So
So I think another thing for me is I think, and it kind of inspired me when I was looking into this for this episode, is to like rearrange our living room. It's
mm,
been the same way because we've been here a couple of years now. It's been the exact same way. We did get a new couch this um, last year, I guess. I don't know
right,
when it was.
recently, I remember
Yeah, kind of
yeah,
recently, but it's still kind of the same setup. So I was thinking, oh, like flip where the TV is and put it on that wall instead of the wall it's been on and kind of just change it up because we've been in here, so long. I just need to make it different and make it feel fresh and new. And so
right.
maybe that might be my weekend warrior mission of moving all the furniture around in the living room and just kind of setting it up differently because it's like you're
Sure.
looking at the same thing day after day after day just to kind of switch it up.
Sometimes you need a
Switch it up.
change, for sure.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. On my list, another thing that I think is important to look at, and you know, thinking about products for your home. If you're spending a lot of time on your furniture or your bed, you might be
Hmm.
finding that maybe that bed doesn't hold you as well as you would like it to,
Right.
or there's a valley. Um, outside of clothing, there are not as many uh, products that are made for bigger people, but there are a few, and beds are one of
Hmm.
those.
Yeah,
Beds,
absolutely.
mattresses for bigger people. It's a whole segment of the industry now that is continuing to grow, and there are a lot of good options out there. So depending on what you're looking for, and think about it this way: if you're staying, regardless of whether you're stuck at home or not, you spend so much of your life sleeping,
Yeah.
laying in, hopefully in a bed,
Hmm.
that having a good one that actually works for you is beneficial. And I spent a long time on like an IKEA mattress, and I found that after like a year, I started to get a valley. After 2 years, it was horrible. So
Yeah.
for the last 4, I've had a big fig mattress, and they make those mattresses specifically for bigger people, and they're made to hold up, and they definitely do. Um, it's the first time that I've had a bed since I was a kid that makes me feel like I'm a kid again. Like you can
Yeah.
jump on this bed, and I have.
Yep.
It'll hold you. I mean, it's super sturdy, and they say it's a medium firm. I don't know. I wonder if the firmness meter for each of these companies is like, is it like sizing is in the clothing
Oh
industry
yeah,
where
yeah, yeah.
one person's XL is another
Yep.
person's,
Yeah, you got to
small.
get the Goldilocks out there and figure
Right,
out this one's too soft. This one's too hard.
right,
This
right.
one's
So
medium soft.
yeah, so the big fig mattress is it is a firm mattress, but I found that now that it took me about a month and a half to really get to the point where I was comfortable on it, but after that now I can't sleep on anything else
Yeah,
comfortably.
it definitely does take some time to like kind of acclimate it for
Hmm.
better,
Yeah.
to a new bed. Like I've tried a couple different ones and it was really tough like changing. I think we have a tuft and needle bed.
Okay. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it was one of those like mattresses in a box thing that
Right.
we got a while ago. I'm pretty sure it's tuft and needle. But
Okay.
yeah, I really love that one. We've had it for a couple of years now at least, and
Nice.
that one's been nice.
There are a couple others that do mattresses specifically for bigger people. Satva is another one that does a luxury mattress for plus size people, and it is
Mm,
uh, the pillow top on the Satva is a
okay.
lot softer than the Big Fig. So if you want something that you kind of sink into, but that still has
Got some
the
support. Yeah.
the support and the stability, it is definitely there. Like I said, it's a luxury mattress, so it's a little more expensive.
Hmm.
Uh,
Well,
but
mattresses are not cheap no matter what. So
no,
if you
no.
go cheap,
So
you're not going to get a good night's sleep. So,
that is very true. That is very true.
and you'll
Helix,
just end up buying another one in a couple of years. So,
and it's not worth it, right? That's the
yeah.
thing is I don't want to be buying a new mattress every couple of years anymore.
Yeah.
Helix makes one. It used to be called the Nightfall, which sounds like a superhero.
Yeah. I was like,
Uh,
that sounds like a adventure movie or something.
which is probably why they changed the name of it to the Helix Plus. So it is it's more plush. It's a softer mattress. It's more if you have like if you sleep on kind of a memory foam sort of thing, it's
Yeah.
probably closer to that, but it's still very stable, and you can some of these mattresses you can really feel it. You can tell that it is going to hold you. It's
Mm,
gonna, it's gonna keep you in place, and it's not gonna fall apart. So, the Helix I feel like is the softest of the bunch. Um, well, I you know what I take that back. Amerisleep has a bunch of different
American.
mattresses, and they have one, the AS2, which is a little more. It's a little firmer, and it is closer to your traditional mattress as far as like softness and feel. But
Hmm.
so if you have a mattress that you have really liked, but you've basically decimated it, and it's time for something new.
Yeah.
Then, but you want something that's similar, then the Amerisleep AS2 could be a good one. So that
Nice.
there
Nice.
there there are lots of options. Those are some of the bigger ones. There are a couple others, but
There are a few
those are
different
the ones
ones.
that
Uh-oh. Did we
that
lose
I
you?
can vouch for, basically. So yeah, get yourself a bed. That's what we're saying, or at least that's what I'm saying.
Or did you lose me?
So yeah, it's an interesting it's an interesting thing just trying to find a mattress that works for you. So keep looking, see what you can find, and kind of go from there. Let's see, what else do we have? What else? So
What
uh,
happened to me?
hello, you're back.
I don't know where I went for a
Well,
second.
yeah, you froze for a second, so I just
Sorry, everyone.
yeah, just kept talking. Hey, it's the wonders of quarantine podcasting.
I guess we got a lot of internet interference on my end.
There we go. There we go. You're back though, and that's the important
Yes,
thing.
I am. I'm still here.
Um, yes, yes. So I was going to jump into the next thing that I have personally noticed is working from home plus being here in the middle of the quarantine and not being able to leave is that having a good home office setup and
Oh
specifically
yes.
a home office chair is a big thing because you can't sit at like a dining room chair,
I want to. I
for
Speaking of this, I really want to show you my current office chair.
yes.
It's been quite the setup. So Originally, it's just a folding chair, but then I put a one of our outdoor cushions on it because my butt was falling asleep.
Oh,
So we
right.
actually recently, we had really nice office chairs a while ago, but on one of our moves, we ended up just having to get rid of them because they're kind
Right.
of office chairs are a hard thing to move.
Sure.
So I don't know exactly which ones he got, but I know he got ones that were very similar to the one we had before. So I'm excited to get an actual office chair in here again because, like you said, I'm in here a lot, sitting
Hmm.
here, not just doing podcasting, but working on bearskin stuff and
Sure.
everything else that we're doing. And I'm like, my butt is asleep again. I need to get up and walk around for a bit. So
Right.
it's not
Right.
the greatest. It's just a folding chair with an outdoor cushion on it, which is not good for my back or anything.
The ergonomics are not there.
No, not at all.
Oh man.
I'm really living the high life in this office chair.
There are a lot of places that you can look and find office chairs that are generally going to be pretty good for bigger people, but there is actually a website that specifically focuses on heavy duty big and tall office chairs, and it's called
Excellent.
huskyoffice.com.
Woo!
Yes.
My
Yes.
favorite word,
I know it is. It's your favorite word, Husky
husky.
Office. Yes, and Husky Office is a business that's based in Indiana, and they do a variety of big and tall office chairs, executive chairs, task chairs, drafting stools. Which is my idea of a nightmare is a stool of any sort to be sitting on for an extended period of time.
Hmm.
Side chairs, stack chairs. They do a bunch of different things, and their office chairs will hold up to 500 pounds. So they are made to hold you, and they're made to be comfortable. They're wider. Definitely worth taking a look, even if you don't like the name. HuskyOffice.com might
Right.
have what you're looking for.
Yeah, it looks like they've got some other like reception area chairs that are made for bigger people,
Yeah,
desks, heavy duty chair mats. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And one thing that I will say is that as we've done a little bit of research, kind of going through all this stuff, there it, the big and tall furniture industry is uh, generally similar to the way that big and tall clothing has been for a long time, in that
Right.
um, there's not a lot of pretty stuff out there.
Yeah.
So don't be surprised if you find some ugly stuff.
I mean,
uh
this looks pretty similar to what you would find on a like Amazon or whatever,
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
nothing.
and I mean
They're
this is
just
good, but
black office chairs. They're nothing too crazy, but
yeah, I mean, I would say that this happens more when you're looking for like couches
oh yeah,
or
yeah, yeah.
recliners. You're going to find a lot of big ugly stuff, and that's just kind of
Big,
what.
ugly, overstuffed recliners. Yeah.
Right, right. So, couches or something else that we've talked about is that, trying to find a couch that is made to hold a
Yeah.
bigger person can really it can be a pain. You start to wear out these couches. It
Hmm.
becomes, it's not a good situation. So, we looked around, ended up finding that allmodern.com has a couple things that work, that are made to hold bigger people. The Vincent Velvet Square Arm Sofa is made to hold, here we go, let's see, up to 700 pounds. So,
Okay.
it's basically space for two people to sit. 700 pounds, that's not a bad deal. They have a bunch of different types of couches on their site. So, worth taking a look through to see what they have and see if there's something that works. So
Yeah.
there are products out there that could work.
Yeah. You just have to do a little. I was struggling to like search because it would like give the weight of the actual furniture
Mm,
and not like weight of like how much it would hold.
right. Yeah. Yeah. That was
I
the thing
didn't.
that
Yeah, I didn't do like an extensive search, but I just kind of was like, oh,
what I had to do to be able to find a lot of this stuff was I had to look through specifications and then actually come across. I had to look at like weight capacity. So you're
hmm
searching for like couch weight capacity, and sometimes throwing in a number like 700 pounds or 800
Yeah.
pounds or 1,000 pounds. It'll help you find something. So if you're searching, give that a try. But also, take a look at All Modern. They have some pretty good looking stuff. I'm pretty impressed with what I see on the site. The prices are decent, in line with what you expect. And if they make furniture that will actually hold you, then there we go.
Mm-hmm. Looks like Wayfair. Did you say Wayfair as well had a couple
I did not,
items?
but they have everything.
Yeah.
So
So they have a
yeah,
few. When I searched it, popped up a bunch of different things. So
right, right. Nice. So you got some options.
yeah.
So we've talked a lot about inside. What
Mm-hmm.
about outside?
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know if there's a lot of like furniture for outside, but I definitely am going to encourage people to, if you have a yard or somewhere where you can garden, to definitely get in there and get your hands dirty. Set up either a flower garden or a little small vegetable garden, even if it's just a couple pots of tomatoes or some
Mhm.
herbs or something that you can get on your patio. Just do something to add a little greenery or get out into nature so that you can
Definitely.
spend some time outside, because that has really been a lifesaver for me, is being outside a lot. This week I haven't been out as much and I've been feeling a little out of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, getting outside. I know that you have a little garden that you are in the process of getting going. It's just
Yes.
very, it's just kind of starting to get that time here. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I've got the yard, and so we're trying to make the most of that because basically everything's going to be closed here
Hmm.
through summer, and even the things that are open, I just don't think, you know, I don't know. We want to take our time before going out and being
Yeah.
around everybody and all that. So we're in the process of putting in a pool in the
Hmm.
backyard.
Yeah.
Above ground pool that is a huge beast. So I'm learning how to make sure that the ground is level. It's a real pain. So
Yeah.
um, doing that, definitely gardening. Really, just trying to find ways to enjoy our house, whether you're inside or outside. We've got an awesome deck. So
Yeah.
we went out 2 weeks ago, looked at everything, and just like rearranged the entire thing, moved everything around, changed it up. We had a table that was super long. We took the leaf out of the middle and made it smaller. And I mean, it's great. It's nice. It feels like a place you could actually hang out. We've got a hammock
Nice.
up there. So, it's, I think a lot of it is just like, think about the space that you have, and even if you don't have a yard and you've got a balcony or a deck you can go out on, it's
Yeah.
worth thinking about what you can do there.
Yeah. I'm definitely going to be adding some like hanging baskets and something to our patio, but we're really shaded, so it's been really chilly. So I didn't
Yeah,
want to. I think it's finally about time I can actually go get some plants to put out there, and they'll be fine now. But
right.
just greening it up, put some flowers out there, something just to, because I like to go. I know Bjorn goes out there quite a bit. He does, every morning he goes out and meditates, and I try to do some reading when it's a little bit nicer out there, but it can be a little chilly. But once
Yeah,
it warms up, it'll be great out there. And we have our little kind of portable camping grill that we have out there. So making room
nice.
for that. So you need to go find those little cylinders of propane again. And so we can
Yes.
start grilling. That actually sounds really fun. I want to do that maybe today.
Did I can't remember if I told you or not. I got our propane tank refilled. I went to
Oh
trade
yeah.
it
Yeah.
in,
Yeah. You
and
said you went to a couple different places.
yeah, and the propane was leaking out into the car as I was driving, and it was making me like super nauseous. Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
So I learned that you can actually get those refilled, which I hadn't done before. I just traded them in.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah. It is propane season, so definitely time to do some grilling and
Do
all that
some
good stuff.
grilling. I know. I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
Some other little projects. Um, I don't know about you, but I have a really big bookcase
Oh.
of like tons of books. So
Mm.
sometimes going through and either rearranging them by, I don't know if you have like, you might have a lot more kids books, obviously, but some people like to do like all by color, like all the same colored books together or alphabetically or adding some sort of theme to it. But I know once I get because I'm gonna have to take all the books out to rearrange the living room. So I'm gonna try and figure out a way to rearrange them and put them into a different arrangement in there, or adding some little knickknacks or whatever in there. And
Nice.
I know a
Yeah.
lot of people like to, I've been trying to do a little bit more reading and catch up on some of the reading that I got behind on. So get in there and get your bookcases organized, or put one together, or make one, or
Right.
get your books together.
Yeah, yeah. I've gotten all of my guitars out, and I've been playing a little. Fender has an app called Fender Play, and Fender, the guitar company,
Yep.
they have Fender Play, and it's this whole thing that will teach you. It'll teach you how to play guitar. It will teach you based on like the genres that you're interested in.
Yep.
So there's I'm trying to think off the top of my head: rock music, country, blues. I feel like there's something else. Um,
Jazz.
maybe I can't remember what else. I know that there are also different instruments. So if you want to play acoustic guitar, if
Hmm.
you want to play
Yeah.
electric
Does
guitar,
it like listen? It like listens to you, doesn't it?
so this one is a bunch of videos that you can kind of go through. They show you they show you where you should put your fingers. They actually show you how to play the different things.
Hmm.
There are a bunch of different pieces to it. But I mean, even if you're not playing a six string, if you're playing bass or is it? Did I see ukulele? No, banjo was the other one. So they've got
Nice.
all of these different things that make it really really interesting if you want to play. And
Hmm.
you can. It's a this is a great time to just pick something up. You don't have to become the next like Prince or Eddie Van Halen. You can
Hmm.
basically just pick up a guitar and
Yeah,
like
it's a good thing to know how to do. So have a
right.
little hobby to play
Yeah,
guitar or some instrument or keyboard or
right. I
a
fail my
slide
way through
flute.
songs all the time. I mean,
Yeah.
that's and yeah, I mean, I'm at a point. I mean, I've been playing for a long time, but not well, and so it's I enjoy it, so I just kind of play, and I got a Fender Hellcat acoustic that I've had for a couple of years, and I just break it out. I got a bass.
Hellcat.
Yeah, I got a bass that I've had for oh man, since I was 15, so a long time.
Okay.
Yeah, and I have a voice recorder that I just realized last week I can actually plug into, and it has like amps that it will emulate
Okay.
basically, so I can record the stuff, I can play different things, all this
Weird.
stuff I didn't realize that I could do, and I can connect it to my computer. So
Nice.
yeah, so it's like, yeah, well, this is fun. I can record things, I can play in different ways. It's just like I think this is the time to really just take those things that you might be interested in. We've talked about this in a past
Yeah,
episode, but
absolutely.
just kind of you got the stuff laying around, why not give it a try? There's something
Mhm.
you've wanted to do, you might as well. It's, making sure that your space is set up the way that you want is super important, but also having things to do while you're in that
Yeah,
space is
right?
going to keep
Yeah.
you sane.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I was gonna say having like a little a certain chair or a certain part of the room that you can sit in to either read a book or play your certain game or play an instrument. To have a certain space for that is kind of an important thing. And also with like your office, having a dedicated space or room for your office is really nice.
right.
It helps you create a little bit of a routine. So it's like, oh, when I'm at in this spot, I do this. I'm
Yeah,
working here, trying to work during this quarantine thing, or I'm going to read a book in this, this chair or this little nook or whatever. I think
right.
it kind of helped me to have a space or an area that I can kind of do those activities, because it kind of helps when you're not going to work or going to the studio
Right.
to do whatever, kind of
Absolutely.
helps me stay a little bit more on task and motivated to do those things.
If you're just going from bed to your couch, it's very difficult to get things done.
Hmm.
So having a place to go, totally.
Yep.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah. Even
Um,
if it is just, you just switch up the living room and the bedroom. If that is all you have, try to maybe put a chair in the bedroom that you can play your instrument on.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've been moving around. I've been moving from room to room lately because I just got tired of being stuck in one,
Yep.
or I'll go out to the deck sometimes and, just kind of move around and it helps. And especially not being able to go to like a coffee shop,
Yep.
it's
Yep.
having the option. I've also been riding my bike like crazy, just trying to,
Good.
get out and enjoy that. So, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well,
Cool.
do you have a thing of the week that you haven't already talked about, maybe?
I do indeed. I do indeed. So, um, this is kind of it's sort of a two-part thing. It's the thing that I found and the brand that I really love now because
Okay.
I found this. So,
All right.
I have an Apple Watch, and the band for the Apple Watch is not great if you have a bigger wrist.
Okay.
It's they do make some that are bigger. So I started looking around and trying to find some, and I found quite a few. One that I really love that I just for like style and construction is, let me see here, if you're watching the video then you can see that I am holding this up to the camera. This one comes from Nomad. It's nomadgoods.com, and it is an Apple Watch band that is big, like it's big on my
Okay.
wrist.
Nice.
And it also comes with extra pieces that you can add to it to make it even bigger. So if you have a bigger wrist than I do, then you can add to it and you can make it work.
Hmm.
It's a very solid metal. It's also treated so that it's scratch resistant. It can get wet.
Nice.
It's a really cool uh, setup and a cool system. And I started to do a deeper dive into Nomad and what they have, and I ended up getting a charger that I can charge my phone on, and I can charge my watch, and so it puts my watch
Nice.
up and it turns it into like nighttime mode or whatever. So if I touch the nightstand, it will light up the watch for just a minute and it'll show me the time.
Okay.
And I just lay my phone on it and it charges without having to it's wireless charging.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Nice.
I also ended up with their USB-C lightning cable that's built with Kevlar, and I can tell you that it's a 6 foot. Yeah, let's see, six. Oh no, 10 feet.
Jeez.
This thing is a beast. We've put it upstairs because we've got a baby. The baby is sleeping on mostly my wife, but the baby is sleeping uh, a lot of the time, which means nobody can move.
Yeah.
So you're looking at your phone all the time. You need somewhere to charge this stuff. We've put it to the test by tripping over it, ripping
Mm.
it out of the wall,
Oh.
having the baby chewing on it, which is always good, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Safety last,
Yeah.
and uh, I mean, this thing holds up. It's really good. It feels solid. I've been super impressed. So
Nice.
I
That's the
like it.
same company.
Yeah, it's from Nomad, and I'm just super impressed with all the products that they have and kind of their whole vibe. They just make cool stuff that works, and
Okay.
I think finding companies that are doing that is it's always good. So I like what they have, and I'll definitely be getting more from Nomad.
Awesome. I need to check them out for some phone cables because I'm going through them and
Yes,
I know mine
yeah,
are getting kind of old.
and they do have some shorter ones, so you don't have to do the 10 footer.
No, I'm
And
like,
I know, you can use that as a rope as well.
yeah, yeah. Tie bucket to the couch with that so he doesn't run away.
Exactly.
I guess my thing, the past week or so, I've just been taking some like online courses with like digital marketing and like Facebook ads, that kind of stuff. Just trying to up my game and that sort of thing, and give myself some more resources and tools to help Bearskin, do more sales, help our podcast, all that kind of stuff with. So it's been kind of fun just going through those courses and doing the steps, and I just kind of been trying. I'm like, well, I might as well be using my time a little bit more productively and learning a new skill along, like with either doing an instrument or something like that. Taking a little course, it's like I'm kind of working, but that's fine. So it's potentially helping my business. So I'm gonna actually hit Bruce up for, because I know you did a lot of affiliate marketing stuff in your past. So
Yeah.
might hit you up for some tips and tricks or some courses that you would recommend. So I'm just using, because we use Shopify that hosts our website, and they give us a lot of resources. So Shopify is really awesome. So I'm just taking a bunch of their tutorials and free classes that they offer. So
Nice.
it's been pretty awesome. That's what I've been up to this past week or so. So
It's amazing, the pandemic and all of this has really allowed a lot of us to jump in and see how many resources there are for everything that you would want, whether you want
mm-hmm.
to learn something, you want to read something, something you want to watch, whatever it is, there's something out there
Yeah.
for everybody. And I think for me, it's really reminded me that it is fun to follow your passions or even something that you're somewhat interested in, to
Yeah.
actually take the time to dive into it. And I hope that this is something for me that I continue to do after we're back out in the world.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm excited about it, but I am also excited to get back to work eventually.
Yes, definitely.
All right. Well,
All right.
thanks, Bruce. Thanks everyone for hanging out with us today.
Yeah, we've done it again, and if you like this one, we've got lots of other episodes, so be sure you subscribe, tell your friends about us, follow us on social. We are at Heavy Convo everywhere you go, so your favorite social network, you'll find us there, so please.
We're everywhere. Over 100 episodes. Go back, and we got a lot to listen to.
Absolutely.
All right. Thanks, Bruce.
All right. See you next time.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to Heavy Conversation. Be sure to like and subscribe on iTunes or wherever you get your
podcasts.